I've enjoyed a couple of sessions on the River Severn after Chub. I'm still chasing the species, different venue though. This is a canal. The setup's exactly the same. It's my Akuma reel. It's a barbel specialist rod, 1.5 pounds test curve. I've got 6 pound Maxima chameleon right the way through to a size 6 Drennan super specialist hook. As you can see there, big chunk of bread, 1/4 of an ounce lead, a 5mm bead, a size 8 shot, and we're actually in the beginnings of Storm Arwen. So it's too breezy. Well, we've had it all day actually, but I think it's picking up now, the intensity. It's due to come later this evening and into the early hours as far as I live. And if it rains, I will get wet because it's too breezy to put a brolly up. It's okay at the moment, but then the gusts come and they will destroy the brolly. But that's okay. I've got a bait in the water, and that means that I've got a chance. What I'm doing as far as feed is concerned is that I'm getting a few handfuls of bread there, breaking them off the slices, moulding them up, and then breaking them down into smaller pieces, which actually, as I throw them into the water, are breaking on the surface and then making their way slowly to the bottom. So I'm fishing a very defined area. It's in the boat channel, but I'm putting the bait over a slightly wider area. Sometimes you see pole anglers with a cup on the end of the pole, and they put the bait in exactly the same spot each time. I'm covering a dining table, if you like. So if you imagine yourself having dinner, four chairs and a table, I've got an area that size that I'm targeting. Although some of the bait will fall beyond that, that's okay because it will bring the fish in, which is the plan. And as I always say, you always need one of those, don't you? Especially when you're up against it with the conditions. Temperature is rock bottom, water temperature, more importantly, that's on the fall. But I'm after chub, not rudd or tench or crucian carp. So angling is very much, especially at this time of the year, about choosing your species very carefully, as well as your approach, your feeding pattern and the venue, etc. Also the species is a big consideration. No chub activity at all. I did have a few bream plucks though, but I didn't hook into any of the fish. I could have dropped down to a smaller hook and a smaller piece of bread, maybe caught a few bream, but I could then have maybe lost a big chub. And I've had them to over 6 pound from the canal. In fact, I've had 3 different 6s in recent years. So I wanted to go for all or nothing. As I often say, quality over quantity. That was the case this evening. I tell you what though, I had an encounter with a rat. I was sitting there in my chair just into dark, and I saw the shape of the rat come alongside me. I put my head torch on thinking it would disappear quickly. It looked, turned and just walked away. I thought that was the end of it. I was sitting in my chair. 5 minutes later, I got my rucksack next to me, just inches from me. In fact, the rucksack was touching my arm, and I caught something out the corner of my eye. Movement. I looked. What was it? A rat on top of my rucksack.